After getting mauled by a malnourished Somali. Thank you for the $5. Tabuscus. Okay. The he stands on guard for the... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a good win from Mallet. Tell DC to stop touching his shoulder like that. Sorry. He stands on guard for the... So fuck. It's all good. That's a great win from him. A solid win. Good stuff, dude. It was a dude. I'm happy for him, dude. It was good. I'm just laughing about it. Standing on guard for these is crazy. Crazy. Sorry. Sorry. Canada, great win for Canada, though, dude. They needed a prospect. And, dude, run the Magny fight back, dude. Give him the rematch against Magny, dude. He'll beat him this time. He will. I promise, actually, he would have won. Michael Chandler Mallet. Post-fight speech. Yes. Mallet is black belt equals G gay. Okay. Canada does one cool thing in the last 10 years, but they still find a way to be soy. True. I'm just happy a Canadian male has won, dude. They broke the curse. Mike Mellett's ready for practice. He is. Give him. Put him practice. Right hand straight lands for Aldo. Knee drops at Harvey. Oh, sucker kick in the face. Yeah. Go for it, Aldo. Put him away now. Knee in the face against the cage. Aldo pouring it on. He gets stung by Zahabi, though. Go for him, Aldo. Go. Zahabi swings back and lands. Oh, big right hand for Aldo. Zahabi pressuring forward, though. He's still going for it. And there's a lot of time left this round. Aldo should shoot a takedown now. So Aldo used a lot of energy going for those soccer kicks and shit in Zahabi's face. Zahabi swinging back. Lands a good knee to the body. Aldo pushes him off. Here we go. Aldo checking the clock. Oh, no. Now he's getting held up against the cage, but he's done a lot of damage. Why do you hate Aldo? I don't. Aldo slowing down, chat. Zahabi's got to grit down and go. Aldo pushes him off. He needs to throw with some heat here. Get some respect back. He can land. He's moving his head well, but I don't want to go Aldo full defense mode here. You could change the result of any fight in UFC history. What would you pick? Conor flatline and Khabib would fix so much. Yes or no, chat? If Conor beat Khabib, he wouldn't have crashed out the way he has done in society recently. Let's just call it what it is. He wouldn't have. If Conor beat Khabib, he'd be president of Ireland now. I swear to God he would be. And I'd give Reyes the win over Jones. He should have got it anyway. Where does a Bilal loss leave him? Definitely no rematch. At the time, I really wanted Whittaker to beat Adesanya the first time, you know. Where does Bilal loss leave him? Definitely no rematch. Yeah, no rematch. Fuck him. He'd have to fight the winner of Usman Buckley then. How would he react if Bilal got a brutal KO? That would be insane. I'd probably be more shocked than anything. Who's the biggest guy DJ could be? Song is a perfect walkout for Bryce, yeah? It is. Thank you for the 2. It is. That's exactly why he made it. I keep feeling lonely in my head. Advice for 21-year-old. You're probably lonely. But that's okay. Sometimes you need to stop associating those things with negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes humans are supposed to be alone. Just for a tad. Thank you very much for the 2. Also, Paul Hughes' voice infuriates me. It does, dude. That whole Northern Irish accent is very annoying. Impression of Ian reacting to the JDM presser. Also, congrats on 300. I don't know. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, go to the gym, go for a run, read something, I guess, is the way to go about it. Not everything that you feel in your head is like a bad thing. Sometimes it's an appropriate response. I felt lonely even when I was being social when I was younger because everyone was just retarded around me. Impression of Ian reacting to a JDM presser. Also, congrats on 300. But he shouldn't be allowed to say that. He'll be hearing from our lawyers. Would you cut to 205 or go to heavyweight? I would. I don't know, man. I'm pretty big. You can see I'm 250 in that picture, like early 250s. So, I don't know. I probably would be a lean 230. Something like that. So, I don't know. Probably 205 then, right? Probably 205. But I could be a heavyweight, I reckon. I'm still fat, though. So, I'd definitely be 205. You know? Unless I really started putting on some weight. Like muscle. Proper muscle. Like my legs and my fucking... You know, in my core and stuff. I go India over Pakistan. I think they'll win it. Yeah, they're just, you know, they're willing. Indians are willing, you know. They'll trap themselves in front of a train for fun. So, I imagine they'll get to war. And there's so many of them as well. So, India probably win. Hopefully, JDM sleeps the gnome. I fucking pray for it, man. Legit, this card is objectively terrible, but I'm here thinking, well, at least it's not as bad as DDP versus Strickland 2. Exactly. You shouldn't be saying this. I know, but that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now, man. It's fucking lame. Oh, man, now. Who's your top 3 pick to use Ye new song as an entrance? Bilal Muhammad, Bilal Muhammad, Bryce Mitchell, and Israel Adesanya. I give it a 2. Oh, he doesn't. You need to learn it. He hasn't learned it. Who are the weakest UFC fighters in a street fight? I think about Colby or Bilal getting slept by some random guy in a bar. The weakest UFC fighters in a street fight? I think about Colby or Bilal getting slept by some random guy in a bar. I do think that as well. Yeah. There are certain UFC fighters that are in the rankings that I would worry about in a street fight. That's so true. Who was one I was thinking about the other day? Even like Sandhagen. I'd worry about him in like a bar fight, you know? I just would. Leon Edwards, you know? Ben Williams gets curb stomped impression. Ben Williams. Oh, what do you mean? What are you doing? Is that guy that's putting on the deep Irish voice? Oh yeah, these guys are talking a bunch of shit about me. So, I'm not biting on that curb. I'm not going to bite on that curb, yeah? Shut up, me. Guru, every time I open your stream, my phone gets too heavy to hold. End stream before or crack my floor piggy. All right. Thank you for the 5, dude. All right. Thank you for the 3 New Zealand dollars, Bowen. Thank you. I need to get back in the game. 6-pack tan picture. Okay. I'm going to book another appearance and get back on the fucking grind. This next one's the final frontier. I can't let it slip. Got 4 wisdom teeth removed today and the doctor introduced a new form of anesthetic that puts you to sleep for a while. It was watching Bilal fights. That makes sense. Thank you for the 5 Canadian dollars. I'll never have to have my wisdom teeth removed. Pog. That's great. I was born with 4 extra teeth. So my mandible made room for wisdom teeth to not be a problem for me. Impression of JDM saying some out-of-pocket shit to MVP? Alright. Yeah, man. I just want to get out there and fight him, you know. Yeah. Well, I'm going to fucking touch you up like your dad did them kids. Thank you for the $2, dude. I'm going to give you 27 counts of body shots. Moreno would be a marauder at 135 if he bulks. True. Thank you for the 2. He wouldn't. Thoughts on Islam saying he won't vacate? Bitch. Bitch move, dude. But I don't mind it. Give him a chance at double champ status. Is Tom getting slept by Cyril your worst nightmare? Yes, that would fucking hurt me so bad, man. When was the last time you got riled up for an MMA subject? Last time I remember when you debated Ilya versus Islam in chat. Got to get you back to that. Yeah, but there's nothing going on right now. You know what I mean? When there's a big fight that really takes some debating, I'll get into it. But like a DDP Chimaev might come up. Impression of Jabli walking the streets after a mass soap attack from Pakistan. They're clean and a lot of body odor has been shed. Okay. All right. Everybody make sure you take a coffee or no. Vishnu, no. Ah, Jabli. I can't smell my legs. It's just okay. You need to calm down. You've been hit by some soap, sir. Thank you for the 5. After that, you know. How do you honestly think Aiden and Kai made it on YouTube? I've never seen them do anything entertaining without using other people for content. I think you know what it is about them lot? Their streams and that. It's like majority unentertaining, but they're looking for like that one thing that's going to take off on Twitter or TikTok. That's all it is these days. It's the same thing with like singers and songwriters and people that make movies and films. They're not even doing it for the overall content. They're just finding an excuse to have a scene, to have a moment, to have a chorus, to have 2 lines of a song. That's mostly what it is, you know? Like when people make songs these days, they think of something that will be catchy on TikTok and they build a song around it. If these guys do streamers for like 3 hours, it's just they find something that will go viral and they do a stream for 2.5 hours around it. You know what I mean? Same thing with movies. This is a scene that I know would go well on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And then they build a film around it. It's like, it's all that happens these days. Death sentence impression. I'm about to beat this guy in 2 seconds. Thank you for the 2. You and Bisping and Till would be a good banter. Me, Bisping and Till would be a great banter. It'd be great banter. Because Bilal forgot how to fight makes me laugh. He was never good anyway, dude. He just got takedowns on people that couldn't stop him. Rugby is a better MMA based in American wrestling. True. Haram Craig Jones is the beard's kryptonite. It is. Did Canelo hands just get fraud checked? Thank you for the 2. Yes. Oliveira is actually a good underdog. He can wrestle and get the sub or knock him out. Also, JDM smokes his lamb. He does. I don't know if Oliveira wins though, man. It's worrying. Thank you for the flags, Anonymous Viper. Every fight to make next, Bilal versus who cares? True. Just hopped on. Thoughts on Islam and Ilya? Islam's going to lose to JDM. Ilya's going to beat Oliveira. Islam Makhachev's going to come back down to lightweight after losing by TKO and get slept by Ilya in round 1 in front of Khabib, who'll start crying. And then Paddy Pimblett head kick KOs Ilya Topuria 2026. Paddy Pimblett's the greatest fighter in the world. And then he moves up and beats JDM. Supgoo, long-time supporter. Thank you for the 49 months of membership, man. Zahabi blamed getting rocked on Aldo missing weight. All right. I mean, he did miss weight. Chicago Pope took Bilal's juice. Crusades part 2. Saw your pick. You actually seem a bit of a unit, fella. Thanks, man. 2 meters tall and 250 pounds. The MMA Guru. JDM chins Bilal Islam, then Ilya chin Islam timeline. Yes. Yes. JDM destroys Bilal Muhammad, and then Islam Makhachev moves up and gets fucking finished and pasted on the canvas out cold, and then moves to back down to try and act like he's still some kind of champ at lightweight, and Ilya kills him in the cage in front of Khabib. That would be the greatest thing ever. And then he loses, and they don't give him a rematch. And then Pimblett gets matched up with Makhachev and fucking finishes him with a submission. Oh, my God. And then a narrative comes out that was Makhachev any good in the first place? And then people start going through his career and saying, well, Moicano was on a day's notice and he fought Bobby Green to get a title shot at the end of the day. And Oliveira actually got fucked over by the commission on that Gaethje thing and his mindset was all off. And then he actually fought Volk twice, who was a featherweight, really. Ilya finished him in 2 rounds on a full camp, and Makhachev took 25 minutes. And he arguably lost that fight anyway. And even his rematch with Volkanovski was still a short notice one that Volk should have never took in the first place. And other than that, who did he really fight? Some old man Poirier that he took 5 rounds and went 2-2 with on the scorecards, stuffed like nearly most of his takedowns and took 2 rounds off of him. It's kind of insane that he took Poirier that long to finish. And I think that would be the narrative after that. And he kind of took like a 22-year-old Arman Sarukian on short notice to a very close 29-28 decision. We would be saying this. True. Fine, Guru, I'll stop the talk. I don't know what it is. Does Yuri get the next light heavyweight title shot, or do they run it back with Poatan? No, they make the Poatan fight, I reckon. I think they're just underselling him with the amount of money that they're offering. Thank you for the 5. Impression of you wearing a waist trainer for the mouse meetup. No, I was sat down for most of it. I wouldn't be able to. I did consider it, though. No. Thank you for the 5. I wasn't in a fucking corset. Brother Islam has like 1 to 2 fights max in him. Okay. Thank you for the 7. Maybe you should just sit in your house instead then. No, I would do that, dude. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a good idea. There you go. That's the answer you wanted. Ariel rubbing his hands after Bilal gets KO'd. Thank you for the 50 Mexican dollars. Islam going to get some Vietnam flashbacks when he fights another Aussie on a full camp? True. Very true. It'll be in Australia as well, by the way. JDM round 4 TKO against Islam. I'm calling it. I'm saying round 1. Just absolutely humiliates him and kills him. I bet you'd love Stack Swappo. He's a black that plays a white guy in G. This would be my preference. JDM wins. Islam moves up and challenges. Meanwhile, Ilya fights Oliveira. Ilya wins. Islam wins. And then Islam moves back down for the super fight. Champ versus champ. You've got to say and then. After that. And then Ilya destroys Islam Makhachev. And destroys Islam Makhachev in that fight. And then Pimlet destroys Ilya and retires him. Chat. You know what the funniest reality is? No matter what happens about this fucking... all of these goated matchups, if at the end of everything, Pimlet just destroys them anyway. That's pay-per-view. That's cinema. That's story writing. I'm telling you. If no matter what, all of these goats that we're discussing, and then Pimlet just rolls in. Da, 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 da. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 and becomes TikTok famous as a champion and destroys them. If you about it though. Sean tried his hardest and barely beat the tuber. Well, he beat up on him, to be fair. He didn't barely beat him. Imagine how hype it would be if Ilya drops Islam bad and locks up a dash choke and hits on Khabib while Islam's unconscious. Dude, that's the fucking move right there. Thank you for the $5. Drops Islam bad and then puts him in a dash. And then Makhachev poos his pants on the canvas. And everyone sees it. And they zoom in on it on the camera like, oh, God, get the camera away. Makhachev's pooing his pants. I meant more likely Charles or Islam versus Ilya. I think Charles is more likely. I think Ilya's going to hold... Makhachev's going to hold true to not having that fight. Remember when Ali Abdulaziz threatened you like he was going to call a drone strike to your shed? Yeah, he said, anyone know where this MMA guru guy is? I have a gift for him. Or something like that. The fucking bastard. Drickus broke his shin out till 2026. Interim belt. Sure. Thank you for the $2. Yeah. Interim belt's going to be made at middleweight, sorry, if Drickus did break his shin. But we don't know what the injury is yet, so I'm not sure. Ian Gary invented cucking at the age of 25. People forget, man. He revolutionized the game. Is that a wig? No, it's not a wig. It's